We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it is 10:30 in the morning. Thank you for getting out of bed. Thank you for staying in bed. Well, that's what we should do. Like, if everybody at home is relaxing in their pajamas, we should have pajama week.
Oh!
Everybody, and whether
Yeah.
you're at home watching Unity online or you're coming here in person, just let's all decide we're going to have pajamas. Like, why bother getting dressed? Depends on what your pajamas look like, right?
They have pajama day at school. Don't they still have
Exactly,
pajama day?
yeah, pajama day at school. Like Saturday morning, when I was growing up, my cousin, he had cable TV. I didn't have cable TV, right? Because I lived in the boonies, but he lived in town and he had cable TV. So he had all the cartoons on Saturday morning. So his routine was he would just get up and lay in front of the TV pretty much all day in his pajamas. You'd go over there at 3 in the afternoon and he was still in his pajamas watching Yogi Bear or whatever. All right, well, welcome everybody to Unity of Calgary. My name is Anthony. The band and I are going to do a song to kind of get you in the zone here and let go of whatever you've been dragging around with you this week and prepare you for what's coming in the next hour and a half. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here. Open up your heart and lay all your fears, all your doubts aside, and let go of all the hurt you hold inside. You are welcome here, just the way are wanted here, so open up your heart and receive the love of all who've gathered round. You are worthy of this gift of love right now. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. For who'd have known who you are is enough. And who'd have known you could be so loved. Well, we knew, and now you know. Yes, we knew, and now you know. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Let's open up our heart. Let's open up our heart. Good morning. Once again, anybody who's just joining us, yes, thank you, thank you. Let's clap for the band. Let's open up our hearts and say hello to Gavin and Chad over here. Now, yes, and you may have noticed that the drums sound extra spectacular this morning because Gavin is playing them with wooden kitchen spoons. Let's give him an extra round of applause. What is that? Oh, you blew the top off. So
he was using
started
salad
out with-
tongs.
So he forgot his drumsticks. We did have a spare pair of drumsticks. I'm not saying the Girl Guides stole them, but I'm just saying they're missing. And so he started out with salad tongs. He blew the tires off the salad tongs. They're in the ditch. So then Katie generously brought some wooden spoons from home, and he's already blown one. So you might think drumsticks are primitive instruments, but these are very well thought out tools that have evolved over thousands of years. But you know what? I think like this is a feat. Would you want to play drums with wooden spoons? Yeah, you're going to be down to hands pretty soon, eh? Fingers, hands and feet. All right, everybody, let's stand and deliver. Let's sing a song together. Thank you for this day. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my home. Thank you for this home, Spirit. Thank you for this home. Thank you for this home, Spirit. Thank you for this home. The spiritual, the spiritual, the spiritual home. The spiritual, the spiritual, the spiritual home. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful life. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful life. And my health. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Woo! Just one presence, just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. Just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. Oh, one great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. There is just one purpose, just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the darkness. Just one chorus we all can sing, one great power, let it ring. Oh, one great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. Oh, one great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies above. One great spirit waiting in prayer,
Hello? Oh, now I'm turned on. I thought I was turned on. Whew. All right. Welcome to Unity of Calgary. I'm Janice Butler, and I'm going to be your guide today for this Sunday spiritual experience. If you're new today, know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, it's just perfect, and you're welcome here. I don't see any new faces, but I might be wrong. All right, so we're going to begin with an affirmative prayer today. So if it feels comfortable, just softly close your eyes and soften your body. And just breathe deep into the oneness. Breathe deep into your own I am presence. I am my I am presence, and I am one with all that is. And as we breathe deep into this truth, let it flood through your body, opening your cells, opening your being to more truth, more expansion of perception, and more love. And as we come here together today to celebrate the divine within each of us, we offer this love and this light to the world. And as we walk knowing who we are, each step will be a blessing, each encounter a holy incident. And as we surrender deeper and deeper into the love that is us, we will feel peaceful, harmonious, and at one with all that is. So it is. Amen. All right. So we're going to affirm together our statement of being. And I think it's going to be up there. There we are. We are here as love to celebrate the one power, the one presence in our lives, in this community, and in the universe. I'd like to call Lisa up. She's going to read our daily word. And before she reads, it's her birthday today.
I knew you were going to do that.
Never tell me anything. I'll just warn you right now. I'm a blabbermouth.
It didn't matter.
So Anthony, can we sing happy birthday to Lisa? Can we?
Sing
Hell yeah.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Play those spoons, brother. Play those spoons.
Thank you. And this is good for me too, this one here. Pray for others. I am praying for you. Just hearing the words, I am praying for you, helps me relax into the calm strength of a trusted friend's faith. Reassurance, I feel my own faith growing stronger. My friends may be next to me or calling from far away. The power of prayer is undiminished by distance. Grateful for the gifts of others, prayers for me, I welcome every opportunity to pray for anyone who asks, having heard the prayer need. I let go of concern. In faith, I behold the Christ presence within the one for whom I pray. Knowing the truth of another's wholeness, I release any thought of illness. I affirm divine wisdom, guiding important decisions and divine strength. Relieving any weakness, I feel the warmth of God's love, bringing peace and restoring hope to all those I hold in prayer. We always give thanks to God for all you need and mention you in our prayers. 1 Thessalonians 1:2. And as a licensed practitioner and doing for others, and I partake of the spiritual team here, for myself, when I do that, it's my way of turning over and letting go, and quote unquote, it's now Janice's responsibility because she did the treatment for me, or, it's my way of trying not to control. So I've done a lot of that lately. So they pray for me, and therefore it's on them, the good and whatever. But I'm not controlling it.
Thank you, Lisa. How about we just let it be God's problem? I'd feel way better about that. Holy cow. I used to have clients who this couple, oh my God, and he's developed this little saying. People say, what would Jesus say? He'd say, what would JB, Janice Butler, do or say? And he'd always be reminding his wife, and it didn't go over very well. So yeah, I'd rather let God be God. All right, so let's share together the worldwide unity vision. There it is. We envision a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And this is the Unity of Calgary's own personal mission statement. We are a welcoming, vibrant, spiritual community that inspires hearts and transforms lives by expressing our divine essence. So if any of that feels all good to you, you're in the right place. All right, and there's some exciting things coming up here at Unity. I was reading about it and I was like, whoa, that sounds so wonderful. And it's January 30th, Pandora Rain, and she has special guests, Claude and our own Cecil, are going to be doing a trilogy of perceptions from faith that originate with our founders, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore. So I think that's going to be a really neat experience, having the three of them do that. So that will be January 30th during our regular service. And then on that same day, there's a spiritual movie matinee, Mantra Sounds into Silence, at 2:30. Who's seen the movie? Anybody? Is it good? It's on Bob's authority. It's good. So we'll trust him for that. Yes. All right. And the 13th of February, we're going to have a new member orientation. And those are always beautiful Sundays when we get to welcome people who have chosen to become actual members of Unity of Calgary. So that should be very enjoyable as well. If you want more information, there's Unity of Calgary newsletter, and you can ask anybody here. well, most people, might be able to answer your questions. All right, so Anthony and the band are going to sing Everything is a Blessing, and woohoo for the band. That's what my paper says, Anthony.
I'm excited to hear what this song sounds like. Everybody say hello to the brothers, Doug and Bob. Back again for an encore performance. It's nice to have Doug back. Doug wasn't feeling well last week, but it's nice to see you back and
Thank you very
in
much.
good form. I bless the sun, I bless the rain, I bless the joy, I bless the pain, I bless the friend, I bless the foe, I bless it all, because I know that everything is a blessing, a blessing in my life. Everything is a blessing, even when it's in the sky. I bless the love that draws me near. I bless the thought that's born from fear. I bless the word that hurts me so. I bless it all and I let it go. 'Cause everything is a blessing, a blessing in my life. Everything is a blessing, even when it's in disguise. Because everything in life has a purpose in mind, and its purpose is to lead me home. Yes, all that comes my way is for my good and not against, and it's in my life to let me know. That everything is a blessing, a blessing in my life. Everything is a blessing, even when it's in the sky. Even when it's in the sky. Even when it's in disguise.
Thank you so much, Anthony, and the musicians and singers. Just really brings it into the heart, music, doesn't it? Okay, I'm super excited that I'm here today to hear Sharon Karn. Sharon is going to speak to us about faith, frequency, and flow. She's an author, international speaker, sound therapist, publisher, musician, and recording artist. Sharon was a faculty member at the Mount Royal College. And in 2008, it sounds like her work changed direction. And she's now the founder of the Sound Wellness Institute, and co-founder of the Emergent Workforce Program for Corporate Wellness. I'm really excited to hear more about this and also to partake of her beautiful sound healing, which is going to be part of our meditation process today. So welcome, and come on up and bless us with your...
Thank you so much. And I'm just absolutely delighted to be back here. And what beautiful new home for Unity here. It's just gorgeous. I love it very much. Faith, frequency, and flow. This has been our story, my husband and I, this year. And I wanted to share a little bit about that story and what we learned through it. And maybe you'll have some thoughts or ideas or ways to bring even more frequency and flow, or a different way of thinking about it. I want to read from a post that I put up on Facebook last March 10th. And Ed, my husband Ed, doesn't always come out with the deepest wisdom at times, but every once in a while, it's like he nails it. He nails it. And this is one of those instances. I was working in my studio, and he barged in through the door and he said, "Hey, in the past, he had the most interesting question. So I can give the bit of the story from the post. In the past 2 weeks, and this is March 10th, in the past 2 weeks, our dishwasher broke. My laptop completely crashed, wouldn't even turn on. Our coffee pot broke, and yesterday, that would be March 9th, our 14-year-old car just stopped and would not go. Repairs are more than the car's worth." So Ed barged in, and this question was, does this feel more like breakdown or renewal? And within a heartbeat, I said, renewal. And so did he. I'm so grateful to be in all of this with grace and ease, feeling supported by the universe, even if the universe and me had to work to earn that trust. If you just take a moment with those words, because all these words have frequencies and feelings. So if you say to yourself, breakdown, and notice where that lands in your body. Notice the feeling and the vibration that comes with it. Okay, now, so clear that for a moment and say to yourself the word renewal. Notice where that lands in your body. And notice the frequency that comes with it. I'm seeing a shift in your faces and in your energy. So it feels different. Both of the words, breakdown and renewal, involve a certain amount of chaos, which we're learning a lot about these days. And how we frame that was just, I'm so grateful that he barged in and said that, because it really helped both of us really to step into a whole new level of trust and faith in God and the goddess and the universe. And Ed is usually really good at fixing things around the house, but nothing he did could fix anything. And we knew that his computer especially, both our computers were over 10 years old, so we had been putting some money aside because we knew there was going to be an expense for a new computer for him especially, and I usually inherit his old computers, but even that didn't work. And so we had been putting some money aside in our bank account to pay for a new computer, which we are so grateful for. Covered the dishwasher, covered a new Bodum for the time being for coffee, covered a beautiful little MacBook Air for me, and we had to start adding more for his computer, we knew, but that left us with such a feeling of gratitude. And another thing with the word renewal for us, it removed the fear and it removed the drama that can come with stuff like this. Like, a car is a pretty big thing. And it was like, oh, okay. And on top of that, we had made a promise to pay for every new thing we brought in with cash. So the car gave us a challenge. And so what happened is we knew that we were going to need to replace the car at some time, but hadn't really set anything aside for that. We were focusing on the computer at the time. So when the car stopped working, and I gave my empty shelf, and the empty shelf is something that I have a picture we'll put up a little bit later. Oh, it is up there. Oh, perfect. This is my empty shelf that's not really empty, and I'll explain a little bit of instruction on how to set it up if you wish to do something like this. This is an idea that I've been playing with for about 15 years in one way or another. And, as a way of opening a door or a portal or a way of inviting the universe to work with me. Now, a couple of years ago, as part of my learning to step into a whole new level of manifestation with the help of my universe, which comes through this portal of my empty shelf, I've been on Carolyn Mace's newsletter list for years. I love her practical and deep wisdom. And there was a newsletter that this one said, finding faith and nurturing faith. And what she said in here nailed me like a ton of bricks. So I want to quote from that newsletter, Finding Faith and Nurturing Faith. She was talking about prayer. She was talking about the requests that we make in our prayers. And my empty shelf, in a way, is a physical prayer to the universe for things that we wish to invite into our lives. So she said, agendas are not harmful in your prayers, but the agendas you have for the answers you want reflect your lack of faith. That, and I'm getting shivers because it's still hitting me like a ton of bricks. I need to put this on a sticky note by my empty shelf because it is not allowing the universe to do its job. It's like putting a box around that unlimited capacity of the universe, saying, this is what I want. Can you bring this, please? Without saying, okay, it's all yours. It's all yours. I have no idea how you're going to do it, but this is the request. And then let it do its job. And it's interesting how the opportunities, when we put out a request, there's an answer in synchronicities and opportunities. And when we have those expectations, we don't often hear the opportunities or open to the synchronicities. They can just be flying by and we don't really even notice. The empty shelf also is a way for me to tune synchronicities, and I'll explain that a little bit in a minute. This is where frequency comes in a little bit. So I realized with what Carolyn May said that I had been limiting myself and limiting the response for the universe because I had my focus on what I wanted instead of what was possible. So we knew with a car, we had to be very open with what is possible, what can be possible with this. And so this is where faith and grace comes in. And grace is defined as simple elegance. And I love that definition of grace because it allows you to flow with grace, with what comes, and just listen and notice what comes. So what came the next week after March 10th? Oh, actually, let me do one thing. I forgot to bring this over. What I put in the center of that shelf up there was a little white car, because this is what we had a request for. We needed a new transportation. We gave it all the time it needed. This happened in March. The car actually showed up in June. And so we took the transit, and our son gave us rides to the grocery store for carrying home lots of stuff once a week. So we were grateful for all of the support and help with rides and Calgary Transit and all of those things that helped us to get around for where we needed to get around. And so there was no rush. There was no rush. We were just waiting and allowing the universe to do its work. So what happened the next week after March 10th is Ed is calling the government office for the Canada Job Grant Program with a question about our corporate training, because our programs, they comply with the companies who register with us get 2/3 of their tuition back. And so Ed was talking with the manager of the office, or the team leader at Canada Job Grant, and she said, by the way, did you know that we have expanded the job grant program to very small businesses and entrepreneurs? So your practitioners taking your programs for sound healing qualify, your programs qualify, so your practitioners can receive a grant for 2/3 of the tuition back through this program. So we thought, wow, that went into my gratitude journal with capital letters and exclamation marks, because that opened a huge door for people and a huge door for us to be of even greater service, because this program is national. And as we did some research into how we qualify in each province, that opened the door for more people. And so we saw that. We saw more people coming in to take our training and receive the grant. And then all the extra money that came in, we put into the savings account, because we knew that, and in the meantime, we're keeping an eye on the auto traders for used cars to find, okay, we're at this, what will fit our budget? Let's see what's available. Well, we're not in a rush. Let's see what happens. Let's add a little more into the savings. So finally, at the end of May, it was time to go and do some test drives. And so we went to a couple of different dealerships, and then finally ended up at a Kia dealership, and test drove one car that was well within our savings and our budget, and it was okay. There were a couple of things, and then the salesperson brought over another car, and so we test drove that one, and it had a few other things that would be helpful, and thought, that's okay. And then he said, wait a minute. And he disappeared, and then he drove this little white car around to the front. And it was at the edge of our budget, but we drove BB, and there she is. She's in the parking lot out here. We drove her, and she was perfect. She was absolutely perfect. And we could do this. And I am so grateful for my empty shelf in allowing the universe to bring whatever synchronicities and support that can help us in doing our soul work, and then help other people who find us, who find that we're part of their soul work, that we can support them. So I am blown away at the ease and grace with how this manifested, and am forever grateful for Carolyn Mace and her deep wisdom of just being very practical and real, as far as, what are you expecting? How are you limiting things? So let me explain a little bit about the empty shelf. If it's possible to go back to that image for a moment, here's a few guidelines. The empty shelf, I've been using this, as I said, for about 15 years or so in one way or another. And the last 10 years, it's kind of been in this structure. And the first thing that, if you're interested in creating something like this, look for a place in your home that will, like I said, this has been like this for about 10 years with sometimes different things around it. So the space in the middle is the empty space, which is the invitation to the universe for what we're trying to manifest. So the thing is, this shelf can be decorated around the edges to give it a frequency or a vibration. And for me, all of the things around the edges are vibrations of my soul purpose that help me to tune the shelf to my soul purpose. So we have wisdom and joy. There's a little angel in the back. The card says joy on it. On the right side, there's a little clay bowl a friend of mine made for me that is filled with lavender from my garden, things like that, and crystals all around, and things that mean soul purpose to me. And so that was the creation of the empty space. And then the important thing here is that it invites into your experience synchronicities and opportunities beyond what you can imagine for yourself. It's not limiting the universe in a way. So those are, and then the next step, so then we have all the items in there, which is the tuning of the shelf. And then to stay open and pay attention for whatever you have on there. Sometimes if it's just a statement of my soul purpose, or just that I will walk in my soul purpose, even though I don't know what that is totally, completely. I just ask for the next step. So I ask the shelf to bring me the next step, and that always shows up in a way I don't expect, which is so nice. And then that's a really important part. Some things that I put on there, like the car, took months. There was one thing I put on there that took 4 years to manifest. It had different energy and a different purpose, and it had its own timing. Some things come quite quickly, and the car was pretty quick for us compared to where we were. And then knowing that you're in a co-creative process, that there may be things that you need to do, like we were putting money in our bank account, we were watching the sales flyers, those kinds of things, and making lists as far as what would work. So all of those things are important for if you choose to play with the idea of the empty shelf or some place in your experience. And so that with the empty shelf. Now, another thing that comes up with me personally is that patience thing. The patience thing. So knowing that whatever you put up there has its own divine timing, and I've had many years of experience with the patience thing to mostly trust what comes through. And just say, okay, I understand you have your own divine timing, and I will give that to you, and then allow that to work. And another thing that helps too for those moments of when you're just really feeling a shift in frequency and can use a frequency boost, and that's kind of what the bowls are about here. Is there's a 17,000-year-old Tibetan exercise that I love to share. And this time, usually it's with the voice and the sound, which is a heart sound. But in this way, it's shifted a little differently. And so I want to combine that with a meditation with the singing bowls, if you choose. So you can do this exercise in a couple of ways. One way is to think of a challenge that you have in this moment. So and it's whatever challenge that is coming up with you, where it might be in the body. And I'll explain the exercise as we go through it. The second choice is to just enjoy the bowls. And if there is something that you are manifesting or planning to manifest or working with the universe to help to bring that energy into your life with the assistance of the sound of the bowls. So it can be either way or a bit of both. So back to the 17,000-year-old exercise is a wonderful way of shifting your frequency into working with the universe more effectively. So we take our human challenge, wherever it is in the body, and so you focus on that. Then you focus on the crown at the top of the head. And as you're focusing on the crown, you imagine this beautiful, clear blue sky. Sun is shining brightly and there's no clouds. And then the sound, ah, and usually, sometimes it can take 5 or 10 minutes or so in order to shift the frequency. So the challenge, the charge behind the challenge becomes minimal or is gone. And then you're open to the unlimited possibility of the universe. That's what the clear blue sky represents. So that's the one exercise. The other exercise is enjoy the bowls, whatever you choose. And so you can be the person, or you can make that choice. So I'd like to, if we can, move the microphone over to the table. Then we can start with the bowls. Thank you. Well, I think so for audio, for the bowls too, if that. There were 4 of the crystal bowls that called very strongly to be here today, and 1 of the Tibetan bowls, and a chime, which will be ending. And, okay, do I need to be closer to them? Or if I speak this way, can it be picked up this way? Okay, there. Thank you. Just quickly, all of these, the crystal bowls here have to do with soul purpose, and that's what many of us are stepping into right now. This one is about connecting with the voice and heart of your soul. This is, for those who've met this one before, this is Sir. This is my divine masculine bowl that's all about let's do this. Okay, yes, sir. Very much soul purpose, very much soul purpose. This one here is about abundance. It is coated with platinum and has gold in the middle, gold leaf. And this one is about abundance, but also perfect harmony in the heart between masculine and feminine. And then we have Grandmother Eva over here, who is divine feminine wisdom. So I will just start with the bowls. We might need the stand back here, Neil, just so we can. Okay. So wherever does the microphone need to be here? Okay. No, I'll just play the bowls now. We need to have this there. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you. So make your choice if you're choosing to shift a challenge. you, everybody.
Sai Baba. Who knows about, who's heard of Sai Baba? Yeah. So Amma is a guru in India who is similar to Sai Baba and apparently has manifested things in the thin air and healed people and all this stuff, right? And so probably about 20 years ago, Amma came to Canada, and I had a chance to meet her. And in the first meeting, she spoke to me and said some things and so on. And then she said, "Come forward," and I leaned forward, and she went like that, right in my third eye, right here. And for the next probably 2 or 3 days, didn't matter what I was doing. I was at work, working in a retail store, at home, cooking, whatever. It was just buzzing all the time. This was like alive, right? And that's what I was just feeling with the bowls. It was my third eye was starting to like tingle and come alive. So yeah, there's something otherworldly going on there. And that's why I don't want it to end. Can you come over to my house and do that? Okay, well, we're gonna up the vibe a little bit here. Hopefully I'm not going to shock you. This is the democracy of spirit. We're going to send this one out to all the truckers. All the truckers who are going to Ottawa with the democracy of spirit. When we look around the world, what do we see? We see souls in motion, 'cause they want to be free. Oh, the young and the old, every nation on earth, harmony of voices that just want to be heard. They can try to separate us by color, class, and creed, but the one thing no one has ever seen is still connecting everyone you meet. The democracy of spirit is alive in the world. It's in every cell of every living thing. It's at the center of the universe. The democracy of spirit is alive in you and me. A divine unseen reality, breathing life through everything. When you look inside yourself, what do you see? It is a soul in trouble that just wants to be free. Oh, don't wait until you're old to believe in your worth. Gotta raise up your voice, let your song be heard. They can try to separate us by color, class, or creed, but the one thing no one has ever seen is still connecting everyone you meet. The democracy of spirit is alive in the world. It's in every cell of every living thing. It's at the center of the universe. And the democracy of spirit is alive in you and me. A divine unseen reality, breathing life through everything. Oh, none of us is greater, and none of us is less, and none of us are strangers in the place where spirit rests. The democracy of spirit is alive in the world. It's in every cell of every living thing. It's at the center of the universe. and the democracy of spirit is alive in you and me. A divine unseen reality, breathing life through everything.
Wow. I wish someone else could take over from here because I actually feel a little, whoo. Yeah, talk about other world. And that song, Anthony, oh my God. Yeah, you got to get that up and out there, hey? People say that, yeah. Yeah. Come on, Anthony. Oh, yeah, that was so, there was just so much I could say about what you shared today, and I really appreciate it. I love your straight from the heart, beautiful, soul-shining message. And I want that quote, that Carolyn Mace quote. And yeah, you too. We can take pictures of it with our phone maybe or something. And because I love her too. And also, there's a lot of people I thought of right away who might benefit from your training that are trying to learn how to do it, right? So that would be awesome as well. And aside from that, just the reminder about how to manifest things in partnership with Spirit and not be a control freak and take it all over, but allow it. Because then it's more and it's bigger. And I'm in process of creating something myself, so found it really so good for me today. And I'm sure everybody enjoyed it. So thank you. Thank you. And as Anthony, I was transported. I started getting different pains in the body, and I was like, okay, all this is going on, just the frequencies, right? So lots of messages. So very grateful for your presence here with us today. Okay, so also I want to thank the band. I feel like a broken record, but oh my God, I love this band so much. Yeah, I'd like to take them home with me. There's so much I could do if I had this band with me all the time. I could break into spontaneous songs and do all kinds of stuff. And they just go along. Yeah, see? It's awesome. And we're so blessed at Unity. Having been involved with theater and music my whole life, finding this caliber of musicians all in the same spot, every Sunday morning, the dedication, the commitment, it's huge. It's huge. Because, I just show up here, and they are here, I don't know what time they come, early, right? And they practice 8? Do you come at 8? 9? Yeah, and they're practicing, and it doesn't just come together. Like, it's not like improv, They actually have to make it happen through a lot of hard work, so we're very blessed and grateful for them. Yes, okay. And also, Ross, I don't know where Ross is, but, oh, is he? I'm telling you, these sound guys and Ross, who does this script, Katie would remember, used to be on a Sunday morning, we'd come, we had to fill everything in, right? We had to go running around like chickens with our heads cut off. Who's the speaker? Who's this? Who's that? Who's the unity we're praying for? And now Ross emails you the script with everything. It's just so beautiful. And I know everybody contributes, people give all the information, but it's just so much easier. So I'm really also grateful for that. And Brenda! Yes. Brenda knows we love her. All righty. So we're so grateful, and we have so much to be grateful for in this Unity community. And this is our opportunity to just take a moment and think about that. Maybe say a prayer of gratitude in your heart. And we're going to enter into a moment of giving. We all can give of our resources in many different ways. And so just follow your spirit about what that might be for you. And Anthony's going to sing. Want to sing? Give with an open heart. Those sound bowls really did a number on you, eh?
And everybody's welcome to get up and move around. Get your blood moving. I'm gonna give with an open heart. Someone's phone is ringing. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm grateful for this moment. I am grateful for my life. And I trust that a higher power will always be there to provide. That's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Well, I place my faith in the Spirit, and I welcome each and every day. When I let go of all my troubles and worries, a new abundance always comes my way. That's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Oh, I'm gonna give with an open heart. Yeah, I'm gonna give with an open heart.
Are we not blessed? We are. Please join with me as we bless the offering. And we bless the people that are here, the ones that are watching on Zoom and or watching, on their computer at home. Well, we are blessed. Please, divine love as me, bless us and multiply all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecil. And if you would like to just donate by e-transfer, you can do that. Donate at unityofcalgary.org. And it's easy. Yes. All right. Now we're going to join together to say a blessing for the children. No children here, but we all have children in our lives that we know and love, including ourselves and our own inner child. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. Okay. So you'll see the white prayer box on the table there. And this is a place that you can place a prayer requests. And those prayer requests are sent out here in Unity to the prayer team, which I have been a part of for many years. And for me, I post the names of the prayer requests right at my desk, right where I see it, so that every time I just glance at it, I just take a moment to breathe and pray into those names. They're also sent to Silent Unity, where they're prayed for 24 hours a day, which I think is just such a blessing. And having been a prayer chaplain here for years, I totally have faith in the power of prayer. And when many are gathered to pray over things, miracles really do happen. So if you have something that's on your heart, or someone, or some world situation, you can certainly just take a moment, breathe in, and just imagine that prayer being held in light. Yeah. And just release it to the hands of God. Yesterday, and I'm not sure who was organizing it, to tell you the truth, but it was a 24-hour prayer vigil one of my friends sent to me, and it was a Zoom thing, and so my husband and I pray every single night, and so we decided to devote that prayer time. So we signed into the Zoom, and it was just a candle, and then we just offered, all the things that were on our heart that we needed to surrender and trust. And I loved the what's the second word? Not destruction, but renewal. Yes, renewal. I gotta write that down, because that's what I see. Renewal. Amen. Okay. And if you do have a prayer request, we have prayer chaplains. You can phone the prayer line, or you can email it to prayer@unityofcalgary.org. At this time, we're also holding in our hearts a couple of other Unity communities, Unity of York Study Group and Unity Spiritual Center in Ottawa. We just see them as renewing and being very blessed in the work that they're doing in their particular area. So together we'll say the prayer of protection. The light that is God surrounds me. I am the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am the love. The power that is God protects me. I am the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen. And now we get to have one more song from our fantastic band, I Choose Love.
And let's, 1 second here, let's say hello to Alara. Alara is singing with us today. And over here on the soundboard is Ray. If folks at home, if it's sounding even better this week, the guys have been working on this every week. Hopefully it sounds better at home. And part of that is due to Ray and his amazing ears. Let's say thank you to Ray and Alara. All right, everybody, let's stand and sing I Choose Love. I can see laughter or I can see tears. I see a choice, love or fear. What do you choose?
What do you choose?
I can see peace or I can see war. I can see sunshine or I can see a storm. What do you choose?
What do you choose?
I choose to love with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I can see sharing or I can see greed. I can see caring or poverty. What do you choose?
What do you choose?
I can see gardens or I can see bombs. I can see life or death coming on strong. What do you choose? choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I see us healing, the darkness dying. I see us dawning as one world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? Oh, we choose. I choose to love with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying. I choose to feel the one voice rising. I choose to feel us all uniting, the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. 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 I choose love. I choose love.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that showed up today. Speakers, our band, our sound people. And let's join together and sing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. We can just make an outside circle and or stand, hands on your heart. Whatever you choose. Just let it be love. Doesn't matter where you stand.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Let us create our family, all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And we're out.
Ode to Democracy of Spirit.